Hello everyone, welcome back to AutoTrend TV. I'm your Viprajesh again from SGA SKODA Coimbatore today again, and I'm here today with the newly launched facelifted SKODA Superb top of the line LNK, Laurin and Klement variant. The SKODA Superb has always been the favorite in the mid-size premium executive sedan category due to the quality, space and comfort it offers. Now with the facelift, SKODA has tried to give the Superb a fresher look along with a brand new BS6 compliant TSI petrol engine. Now first of all, at the front you can notice that the new facelifted Superb gets a lot of chrome on the large butterfly grille at the front. Along with that, you can also see the restyled front bumper which also integrate the LED sleek looking fog lamps. Talking about lamps, the SKODA Superb facelift receives all LED headlamps with full LED fog lamp along with auto leveling function. Getting closer, you can also see that the front bumper houses the front parking sensors as well. The SKODA Superb has always been a brilliant looking luxury sedan, and with this facelift, SKODA has given it an even sharper look. You get the very same strong power bulge on the bonnet, complementing the strong creases all over the SKODA Superb's body. Moving on towards the sides, you can notice the 17-inch alloy wheels, which also look seriously cool and sharp. These alloys complete the side profile of the SKODA Superb in a brilliant way. And this is a quick look at the SKODA Superb's side profile. It looks extremely elegant, especially in this new lava blue color. Talking about minor details, on the front fenders you can notice this very premium looking Laurin and Klement badging. The lower variant is known as the Sportline with a lot of sporty touches. Now this being a top spec variant, you get a glossy black B-pillar along with thick stainless steel piping around the windows, while the Sportline on the other hand will receive black detailing. On the SKODA Superb, of course, along with a lot of safety kit, you also get all-wheel disc brakes. So now moving on towards the rear, you can notice the redesigned LED tail lamps which receive the 3D jewel-like treatment with seamlessly integrated chrome design elements. The SKODA Superb facelift also receives scrolling function for the LED turn indicators on the tail lamps. At the rear, you can also notice the rather bold SKODA lettering along with the restyled rear bumper. And just like any Audi car, you also get the same for silver exhaust kind of treatment. The reverse parking sensors are integrated lower down in the rear bumper, while the reverse parking camera along with its washer function is integrated into the number plate housing. So that's all about the exterior of the newly launched facelifted SKODA Superb LNK top of the line variant. Let's now get inside this car to check out what does it offer in terms of comfort and equipment. Opening the wide doors of the SKODA Superb, you get to see the brilliant ambience of its interior while also offering excellent levels of quality. The SKODA Superb LNK is offered with 12-way power adjustable driver seat with memory functions. On the Sportline variant, however, you also get a power adjustable front passenger seat, which is not available on this top of the line LNK variant. Now let's get in the driver seat of this LNK variant. Yes guys, I'm right now inside the newly launched facelifted SKODA Superb LNK variant, and this is how the dashboard looks like. The color combination is very similar to the SKODA Karoq, which means you get black on the top and beige lower down. However, you can see that this is definitely much more premium in terms of features and overall design. Now talking about similar bits, when you compare with the SKODA Karoq, you get the very same steering wheel, which is not flat bottom on the LNK variant. However, the Sportline variant gets a different flat bottom design. Along with that, you also get a lot of similar design elements. You get the similar kind of dual zone climate control console over here with the very same buttons. The quality also is the very same. You also get the similar kind of glove box over here with the very similar yellow lighting over there, and you also get the very same felt lining over there, and you also get the very similar kind of door armrests which also have leather padding, and they are very much comfortable as well. Now coming to the features of the SKODA Superb, you of course get automatic headlamps, automatic wipers with dual zone climate control as standard on both the variants including LNK and the Sportline. However, on this LNK variant you get a different kind of steering wheel, you get a different kind of stitching over here. You get black stitching instead of a contrast stitching. The Sportline variant however gets a contrast stitching, so this is more oriented towards luxury needs, and the cabin definitely looks more luxurious. You get this massive center touchscreen system which is 8-inch in size, and the operation is also quite similar to the SKODA Karoq, which also gets a similar kind of UI. Coming lower down, you get to see the dual zone automatic climate control console over here. However, the SKODA Superb additionally gets front ventilated seats over the SKODA Karoq. This feature was absent on the SKODA Karoq, even though being a CBU import car, but the Superb gets that because it is a luxury need and it is absolutely needed for people who are willing to go on longer drives. So that apart, features similar to the SKODA Karoq and the pre-facelifted BS4 SKODA Superb are the very same. Of course, you get the front parking sensor button over here. The pre-facelifted Superb also used to get a powered electric tailgate, and that is also present over here. You get electronic stability program, you get traction control, and you also get multiple drive modes only on the LNK variant. The Sportline variant does not get any sort of drive modes. The drive modes include normal, comfort and sport. That is not available on the Sportline because the Sportline is tuned always for sporty performance. And over here, the last final button is the engine start stop button, so that is over there. The other feature which is standard across all SKODA premium models are these buttons over here. Of course, you get electric parking brake. On the left side you get the auto hold function button, and on the right side you get the central lock and unlock button. So that's all about that. Additionally, the center console is quite different to that provided on the SKODA Karoq because this car is much more lower and it gets a whole lot of premiumness added. You get this sort of tambour door over here where actually you get triple cup holders, but I'm not sure whether you can fit 3 cups at a time. You can fit 2 small cups or a large cup, so that's all you can do over here. But still, when you close this area, it is one smooth flow of a center console. That is nice to look at. And when you open this armrest, you get to see a very large bin. It is large and deep, and along with that you also get a cooling function over here so that you can store your drinks or water bottles over here. And you also get a USB charging port, which can also be used for data transfer or connecting your phone to the infotainment system, so that also can be done over here. However, you also get the regular USB port over here right behind the gear lever, which also includes a 12-volt charging socket. This is quite similar to that seen on the SKODA Karoq as well. It looks like a cigarette lighter, but it is not actually a cigarette lighter, it is just a cap. Now this is the 12-volt charging socket, and you get the regular USB port over here. And this is actually a felt-lined storage bin right behind the gear lever. Let me just show you that. This here is the storage bin. It is a rubberized storage bin, so you can place your smaller items in there, maybe even the car keys. And after placing whatever you want inside, you can also close this so that it is one clean sweep of piano black material over here. It looks really premium and really befitting the SKODA Superb brand. Now that's all about the center console. Let me just show you the storage spaces over here. I already showed you the glove box, which has felt lining, and it here is also cooled. So apart from this cooling box provided here, this storage space which is provided here, which has a cooling function, you also get cooling function for the glove box over here, so that is also very nice. However, there is a small surprise in this storage console. You get an additional storage bin underneath. It's a secret storage bin, probably to store your valuable items or cash or whatever you want. And of course, just like the SKODA Karoq, in the glove box you get dual SD ports where you can actually probably insert your navigation SD card or your memory SD card. So that is all about that. Now this being the LNK top spec variant, you do not get a virtual cockpit instrument cluster. Instead, only the Sportline variant gets the virtual cockpit instrument cluster, similar to the SKODA Karoqs, but this is still very good. So I'll show you about this later. Let me just cover all the other features in this car. Now there is also another feature on the SKODA Superb LNK variant, which is the availability of paddle shifters. Of course, this 7-speed DSG automatic transmission can also be controlled manually using these paddle shifters, which kind of make the SKODA Superb pretty much fun to drive, even though being a very large luxury sedan. Now, apart from all these features which I just showed you, there are certain things which are quite a bit better when you compare with the SKODA Karoq and even the Sportline variant of the SKODA Superb itself. That is the availability of the Canton speakers, 8 Canton speakers with a subwoofer, which is exclusive only for this LNK variant. Now you get, of course, the branding on the front door. Over here you can clearly see the Canton branding. So yeah, there it is. You get the Canton branding on the speakers on the front doors. So there are 8 in total, and the subwoofer is actually located in the boot of the Skoda Superb. So that is one feature which is not available on the Skoda Karoq and even the Sportline variant of the Skoda Superb itself. So that is nice. Other common features include this very sleek looking electrochromic IRVM, which is quite the same across all cars of Skoda, and you also get the very same smart sun visor mirror, which also includes an automatic lamp for the sun visors as well, even on the driver and passenger side. So that is nice. You also get the very same LED reading lights for front and rear seats. Let me just turn the rear lights on. So there it is. So that is also there. And the Superb is of course standard with an electric sunroof. However, the sunroof extends only till here. The rear passengers don't get the luxury of a sunroof, but it's still totally fine given the fact that this is a sedan and not an SUV. So that is all. Of course, you get other features like tilt and telescopic steering wheel, which is really easy and convenient to adjust and has a very wide range of adjustment. You get even large AC vents, which also have a very wide range of adjustments, and they also can be individually turned off. So right now, before I get to the rear seats of the Skoda Superb, let me just show you how this dashboard looks like when everything is turned on, and that is how the instrument cluster looks like. And let me just turn on the infotainment system. So immediately you can sense the audio quality. The 8 Canton speakers really work awesome. They are really excellent. The clarity is simply superb. First, let's have a look at this instrument cluster. Of course, it may not be as sophisticated as the virtual cockpit available on the Skoda Karoq or the Skoda Superb's Sportline variant itself. However, you get a lot of options over here. You get the very same options seen on the virtual cockpit display system, but still it is kind of a little bit older than that. However, you get all the features seen on that as well, so that is really nice. You get to control the you get to actually monitor the audio system controls, the display, whatever is displayed on the infotainment system, that is also displayed over here, so that if you are listening to a particular song, that is also displayed over here. And in case you are you have set your directions to a specific destination, and that also can be displayed over here with navigation instructions as well, so that is really nice. Apart from that, the speedometer and the tachometer is completely analog. You also get the fuel tank gauge over here right inside the speedometer display, and the engine temperature display is also integrated inside the tachometer dial. So that is all about that. It is quite easy to set and use. This button is actually for resetting the trip meter, so that can also be done. That's all about the instrument cluster. It is not a virtual cockpit display, but still it is quite nice. Now coming to the infotainment system itself, let me just show you the menu. It is exactly similar to that of the Skoda Karoq, as I already said. You may have already seen my review of the Skoda Karoq's infotainment system, so this is basically exactly the same, except for the lack of multiple color options for the ambient lighting function. Instead, the Superb gets only one singular ambient lighting color, which is blue. Just have a look at that. So this is the blue ambient lighting available on the Skoda Superb, which is available across on the doors and all across the dashboard as well, so that is totally fine. Apart from that, everything is quite similar. You get even air conditioner controls. You can actually control your air conditioning even through this infotainment system, not by just using these physical buttons. So that is all about that. You also get this air care button, which is basically an air purifier kind of thing, which is integrated into the air conditioner system of the Skoda Superb. So this is that. So apart from that, everything else is very similar to that of the Skoda Karoq, and it is so damn good to use. Very enjoyable, very slick and very colorful as well. It also has got a proximity sensor. Let me just show you that. Now let's just go into vehicle settings, and of course this is the overall details of this vehicle's running. With the petrol available in its tank, this car can go up to 310 kilometers, and everything about average speed, average mileage, everything else is displayed over here. However,
Now I have removed my hand away from the infotainment system touchscreen, and once I get closer to that, of course you get to see that the icons are coming up so as to be ready to accept whatever command I am I am reaching for. So now you can see that. So that is really nice. That is kind of fun, and I really like this system. It is one among the best systems in the market in this price category, so that is really nice. So that's all about the connectivity and overall features of the front area of the Skoda Superb's cabin. So let's just get to the back seats right now to check out what's all available over there. Yes guys, I'm right now in the back seat of the newly launched 2020 Skoda Superb facelift LNK top of the line variant, and this is how the dashboard looks like on the top of the line variant. It is simple to look at, but it's got a lot of features and it's very high in terms of quality. So coming to the rear seats, of course the Skoda Superb advantage is the amount of legroom available. You can literally stretch out over here. It is so much like a limousine, and it's very comfortable. You get additional thigh support bolstering over here, as you can see. It is really of high quality. The leather, the plastics, everything, every material you touch, every panel you touch is of very high quality. And additionally, the Skoda Superb gets an additional feature, which is triple zone climate control. That means even the rear seat passengers can have their own specific rear vent temperature. That is really very nice and very comforting, given the fact that majority of the Skoda Superb owners will be traveling in the back seat with their chauffeur driving at the front. So that is of great advantage for the rear seat passengers. However, the middle seat passenger may not be that comfortable due to this very large hump. As you can see, it is almost the height of the seat squab. So not the best seat to travel, but still the center passenger gets an adjustable rear headrest along with a proper 3-point seat belt. So that is really nice attention to safety. Now coming to safety features, you get dual ISOFIX child seat mounts for the rear seats, which is really nice. However, the front seat does not get any sort of ISOFIX child seat mounts, unlike the Skoda Karoq. So the front seat is mainly for adults, whereas the child passengers are to be restricted for the rear seats alone. So that is a good thing. So talking about overall comfort, these larger headrests actually have this kind of retractions which can be useful for sleeping on a very long drive. So that is really nice attention to detail that is not seen on any other car in this category. This feature is only available on the Skoda Superb LNK variant. Now coming to the other feature which is not available on the Skoda Karoq is this manual retractable sun blind. So this sun blind is basically available for both of the side windows, and even the rear windshield gets a retractable sun blind. So that is really nice and very helpful while traveling very long distances. So that is good, as you can see. And apart from that, of course, the comfort is excellent. You get 2 individual LED reading lights for the rear passengers, which are of great brightness, and you get these grab handles which are also excellent in quality. You get the soft retraction function for these grab handles as well. So that is really good attention to detail. Talking about attention to detail, I would like to show you one thing in the Skoda Superb's cabin. You get to see these very large door bins. However, even these door bins are felt lined so that they don't rattle while going over rough roads or anything. Even if you place your water bottle or whatever you place over here, that does not get rattled or scratched. So that is really exceptional attention to detail, and I love these details in this car. So apart from that, adding to the comfort, you get this massive armrest which is quite similar to the Skoda Karoq's. However, the design is quite different. You get these openable cup holders instead of just open cup holders. Along with that, you also get a pen holder over here, so that if you want to write something in your diary, you can have your pen stored over here. So that is really nice. You can have your small cups stored over there. In addition to the comfort of an armrest, you also get this very same ski hatch previously seen on the Skoda Karoq. Of course, the previous pre-facelifted Skoda Superb also had this feature, and this is very useful for loading very long items even while having a couple of passengers in the rear seat. So as you can see, you can easily access the boot from here, and from the boot you can easily access this area using this key hatch. So that is really very useful. Now that's all about the features and overall seating comfort of the rear seat of the Skoda Superb LNK. Let's just go to the boot to check out the overall boot space and flexibility provided over there.
So finally, I'm going to pop open the boot of the new facelifted Skoda Superb, and this has got a power tailgate. So here we go, and there you can see it has got an enormous amount of luggage space. This is a notchback rather than being a regular sedan, so you get 625 liters of luggage capacity, which is easily best in the segment. So as you can clearly see, it has got a large amount of space. You can load literally anything and everything in here, even though being a sedan like body style. You can see the ski hatch over there. That is really helpful for loading longer stuff. Along with that, you can also see a lot of clever storage options here. You get a couple hooks. Along with that, you also get a retractable hook, and there you get an LED boot lamp, but you can also remove that to use it as a flashlight. So this is an LED flashlight integrated into the Skoda Superb's boot, and you can also take it along with you. Apart from the removable flashlight, you also get couple standard fitment LED boot lamps, which are really helpful in the Skoda Superb's boot. Now on the right side, you also get to see these hooks, which are the very same. You also get a retractable hook along with a 12-volt charging socket, which can be really helpful when you are vacuuming the boot of your Superb. Just below that, you also get this box where you actually store the first aid kit of the Skoda Superb. On the left side, however, you get the subwoofer integrated into the boot, which is a part of the Canton Surround Sound 8-speaker package. Now looking under the boot floor, you get to see the 16-inch steel spare wheel with a 205 section tire as against to the 215 section 17-inch alloy wheels provided on this car. You can also fold the rear seats flat to release 1760 liters of boot space. However, in order to fold them, you have to go around to the seat and press a button on the shoulder. Finally, this here is the button to close the power tailgate of the Skoda Superb. So that was all about the boot space and flexibility of the Skoda Superb. Let's just get to the engine bay to have a look at the brand new BS6 petrol engine. So yes, I'm right now going to pop open the bonnet of the new BS6 Skoda Superb facelift. This here is the lever for that, and I would like to show you the aluminium finished pedals on the Skoda Superb, which simply look great. Along with that, the new facelifted Skoda Superb gets these Skoda logo projectors on the front doors, which look really premium and add to the premium quotient of the Skoda Superb. Now let me just pop open the bonnet. This is, as expected, a very heavy bonnet. And here we go. Now fortunately, the Skoda Superb gets hydraulic bonnet mounts, which really take off the weight of your hand, and this is really very helpful, especially for such a massive premium car. Now you can see that the bonnet gets ample amount of under bonnet cladding for insulation. Now this here is the brand new 2-liter 4-cylinder TSI turbo petrol engine, which produces 190 PS of maximum power and a torque figure of 320 Newton meters through a 7-speed DSG dual clutch automatic transmission. This engine essentially replaces the 1.8-liter TSI petrol motor and is far more smoother and torquier than before. Let me just close the bonnet, and here we go. That was all about the newly launched facelifted Skoda Superb BS6 LNK top of the line variant. Now you can clearly see why the Skoda Superb is considered as a favorite of the premium executive class buyers. It offers segment besting space and comfort, excellent quality levels, great number of features and equipment, and finally an exhaustive list of safety features. For all the quality levels and equipment you get, the Skoda Superb LNK variant is priced at 32.99 lakh rupees ex-showroom. And with the more powerful upgraded motor, this could be the premium executive sedan you'll ever need. So do let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about this new Skoda Superb facelift LNK variant. Meanwhile, this is Viprajesh signing off. See you on another video. Thank you for watching.